Hello and welcome to the Pirate King Plays Genshin Impact! Where last we left our hero, we had just ventured into the desert for the first time, following the trail of what the fuck the sages are doing. And, I will say, after stream, though I was going to do my normal, commissions and everything, when I came back here to Catherine, she gave me another quest. Didn't even expect. And like, I'll be doing most of the world quests off stream, because those are not voiced. But the one she gave me is under one of these things, Lost in the Sands. Here, and I don't like, since it's under Golden Slumber. There, it's one of the big things instead of just a small one like this. I don't know if that's one that's worth doing on stream. Being that the last time we had one of these, it was the Aranara quests, which, or the Aranyaka, which was really, really cool and definitely worth doing on stream because of the giant stuff that happened at the end. So I don't know about this. Maybe we'll end up doing it. But for right now, we are doing the missing village keepers. So let us head back. Just taking a quick look around. 1, 2, 3, and... where's 4? 4? Out here in Aru Village? Well, that's unexpected. Actually, it's a bit expected. But, I was hoping it wouldn't come so soon. It'd stick to the forest for now, but I think they only appear on parts of the map that you have found. So.
Excuse me, did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think. When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
I mean,
Okay. Did you
those can be actual food, though.
Anything
Maybe not
else?
tree roots, but some roots.
No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
Okay. Weird. Yeah, so there are more world quests that I can get around here. I'm not doing those on stream. I didn't even bother to get them yesterday, because I don't know when I decided, but I started exploring, or getting all the chests that I had been missing, chests and other things, up here in Dragonspine, which, honestly, it's not giving me the best rewards, but it's allowing me to check things off the map, so... There was some there, like, I thought most of them that I still had on my map I had gotten, just hadn't checked off because it was on stream or something. But no, I'm finding most of them. Some of them are already gone, but still. In a moment, there is a sparkle! But yeah, I didn't do any desert exploring. I did not come back here. I probably should, to be honest.
That have gone missing.
Oh, one of those
Have you
things.
seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
Ugh.
Right. You were asking about the
Village Keepers is fine.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night. But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right? He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Did someone teach them how to do that? Well, whatever the case,
Pretty sure they were
always be
possessed at the
thankful to
time.
him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Gotcha. Thank you.
At least having Isak with us will make the citizens a bit more comfortable with our presence. Oh, 20,000 mora. But a drop in the barrel for us. Oh, you're not part of this. Excuse me? I think that's a typo! It just says you're! We're going through this just in case. I'm the best doctor in our village, that is to say, only doctor. I'd say my greatest specialty is bandaging wounds. People who get injured out in the desert often wind up here in the village and rely on me to treat their wounds. Our village consists of mostly children and the elderly. Most of them are in good health and rarely get afflicted by any serious illnesses. As for minor ailments, I just give out medicine based on previous experience, and everything usually turns out fine. What if it's serious? You mean diseases as terrible as others are? I'm afraid in such cases even the researchers at Sumeru might be of little help. The only thing they can do is leave it up to fate. Of course, such cases would be extreme ones. If anything beyond my control crops up, that's all I can do to attempt to send them to the city. Okay. I thought it was pointing in this direction. Am I blind, or... Someone on top? A chest is!
I'll keep this
Okay,
close.
and it's one of these, so... Desert house. Ordinary... I'm sorry, did they just give me the house I'm standing on to put in my Serenity pot? That's fucking hilarious, and I approve. Oh, they must be below. Oh! Some music for the Serenity pot. Irradiant spin crystal. Nope, it says they're up. I think there was a quicker way up, but maybe not. Okay. Supposedly right here? Is there supposed to be a guy here? Is it the wrong time of day or something? Nope, they're down below. Jabari.
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while. The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared, despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrified of them. And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough mora. That might explain why she's always mad at me.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for taking care of him.
It was nothing. You're looking for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you.
Can't help you now, but I can give you food later.
Very young. So as far as I'm concerned, you're family.
Aw.
Please feel free to come by anytime.
Wow, what a nice guy. Okay, thank you, sir.
What's wrong, Sina? Did something happen?
Don't say anything for now.
We're being watched.
Isak, stay here. Let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move.
Oop. King Deshret and the Three Magi. Act 4, Chapter 3, Act 4, started. Where are we going? We're going that way. Keep quiet as we move, huh? I don't think it actually matters. But I'm doing it anyway. Oh, there's a Sealy over there. Wait. Was I supposed to go down here? Nothing quieter than gliding.
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty Scarlet King, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
Yes, of course I have. The Scarlet King is the one and only true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other god.
That sounds forced.
Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here anytime soon. What's your proof?
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of the Scarlet King's civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and the Scarlet King. Isn't it a sign of the Scarlet King's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Huh. Now that you say it, that does make some sense. Does this mean our lives are finally going to take a turn for the better?
Exactly. Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
No. Repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
What?
Huh?
Oh, you heard it all.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Yo.
Bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match for this guy.
You're stock citizen models. Of course you're no match.
Tell me about the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear and that the Scarlet King will return to this land. I'm not making this up. I swear!
Hey, go on. Keep talking.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for the Scarlet King's speedy return.
It wasn't that actually a rumor started by the academia?
Returns to our side. It's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall. They're all willing to serve under the Scarlet King and fight for a share of the glory.
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more. Keep talking.
Got it. At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumors said. Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty,
The academia might be responsible
I'm just saying
for the
what the
disappearing
others
mad
said.
scholars.
The people here really like the Scarlet King, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
The academia is probably the true target of their hatred.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
I have many ways to stop you from talking. And many others to stop you from sending warning messages. So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody. Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Yes, got it. We'll do just as you say.
Okay.
Mr. Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying.
Good thing I'm not one of your enemies. That's his way of saying
He
yet.
doesn't reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, Paimon bets lots of people have told him that before.
All the more reason for you to not get on his bad side.
I heard that.
Sorry.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places.
Maybe we can check the scholars' homes? Find something there?
Very well.
Do they even have homes?
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me.
Just follow me! Where are we going, Isak?
Grandpa? Oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
By ducking and weaving like this, I'm actually going his speed. Because if I just walk forward, I walk in front of him.
Well, this is where Grandpa usually stays. There sure isn't much here.
What's that smell? Sina, did you catch a faint whiff of incense?
No.
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one as before.
It's definitely that one.
But are you okay? Are you getting dizzy?
No,
Are you
remember
going down?
that only happened to us
There's a
once,
scent
remember?
that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day. And then he gave us a long lecture to explain all about how it worked.
So, you know Tainari?
Huh? You know him too? Are you two friends?
Yes.
Oh,
Now that I concentrate, I can also make out the scent of incense.
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture you too.
No. No need.
I can't handle this scent very well.
Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house?
No, it was in the forest where a scholar was meditating.
In the forest. From a scholar.
Let's keep looking for more clues. Be more efficient if we split up.
Oh, where did Grandpa go? Please come home, Grandpa.
Oop. These are all daily necessities. It's like someone's been living here this entire time. Just tent and goods, okay. Oh. Footprints. A trail. Of course, Sino's the one that finds them. Even though we did.
What are you looking for, Sino?
Here it is. Take a look right here.
Paimon doesn't see anything.
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints here, from the size and shape. They belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area. Local shoes. This was probably someone from the village. The scent is quite faint, but still extant. The footprints head in the direction of the door.
You mean someone else has been here?
But who would come looking for Grandpa? He doesn't have any friends.
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Lured him away. So that's what happened.
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a scent?
You get lured away by food all the time.
Hey, what's wrong with liking good food? Everyone's got something they love in life.
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense, since the smell supposedly helps them clear their minds and discover new knowledge. Even deep within the clutches of madness, they still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days, and will follow the scent whenever it presents itself.
No, Grandpa. So, someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Huh. Still, why would anyone want to abduct all the scholars?
Is it to resurrect King Deshret?
Are the rumors really true?
That's the only lead we have so far.
Could the disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to see my grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong.
That you know of.
Please help him. Sounds like we'd better help get him back. Don't you worry, Isak. We won't let whoever took him get away with it.
Let's head to Aru Village and inform Candace and the others about what we learned here.
Good. Yoink. Alright. Wow, that goes down far. I think there's a lot to this village that I'll still have to explore. It's right there. I'm grabbing it. Go this way. Back to where we were. Out of curiosity. Nope. It's funny, it's actually rare for me to jump at all in this game without gliding immediately after.
Right. The darker fabric definitely looks a lot better. That'd be my choice, too.
Forget Candace? We've got a lot to tell you.
Ah, welcome back.
Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Oh, Dia's here too.
You bet. So, everything goes smoothly?
Reasonably.
Alhaitham didn't go with you?
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you. I guess he must have gone off on his own.
Did you find out anything useful?
Jeez. Tell Candace and Dia everything you
I
learned.
see. So someone used a kind of incense to lead the exiled scholars away from the village.
The resurrection of the Scarlet King? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. No seller would be able to make a profit here. Not to mention making incense is a labor-intensive process. You won't see anybody in the desert with the patience to make or sell something that requires that kind of effort. It seems someone from beyond the wall must have been supporting this.
Makes sense.
So what should we do then? Do we go back to the academia and search for leads there?
If it was any other day, that would be your next logical step. But today, you've got me on your team, so you get an extra tip. Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also like to drink at the tavern, so I know a thing or two about these radicals he mentioned.
If Paimon remembers correctly, the leader of the radicals is some guy called Delavar.
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Engur, the wide-eyed butcher, and Jabari, the duck-tailed bearded crook. The whole lot of them are known around these
Jabari?
parts.
Wait, yeah, I feel like we heard these names somewhere before. Didn't we just talk to them? Or at least to Jabari?
These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in the Scarlet King. The way they see it, the Scarlet King's resurrection is their only chance at overthrowing the Academia. Throwing
And
all of
he's gone.
Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway, that's my guess why they've chosen to become radicals.
Tia, you're amazing! You really know this place inside and out.
But Dia, Huh? Dia's winking at me. Maybe I should stay quiet for now.
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every mora I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable investment.
Let's head out.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, Sino.
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten out. The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive on making connections out here. Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. But that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the locals' trust.
We know that's not true.
I need to go around and ask some
She's
questions,
performing.
but it'll be difficult if you're with me.
Fine.
Good, then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the Mad Scholars have been taken. Sino, you'll have to stay in the village and continue investigating on your own.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
And now that the ears have left... Okay.
Sino, please don't take offense. I'm sure Dia just wants to help everyone solve their problem as quickly as possible. That's why she can be so straightforward at times.
That wasn't straightforward.
I don't mind.
Ah, I see. Well, from the way you were staring out into the distance, I thought you might have been mulling over Dia's words.
No, I'm used to being treated that way. It's natural to fear strength. I take no objection to it.
No, she was being a lot smarter than that. And Caravan Rabat, you say? Really just going cutscene to cutscene, aren't we? But that is why I stream this,
Sounds
because
like
I
you're
like...
starting to get familiar with the area.
I like,
I'm amazed every
sharing
time
the
I see
stories of
wall
these games.
Samuel. How can a wall this tall even exist? It's almost unreal.
Oh, please, it's
I
not
know
that
what you
tall.
mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid.
The fact that
Also,
it's
why
made
is
of a
this
single
wall
piece
here?
of wood.
Can a wall really block sandstorms?
Yeah, the fact that it's made from a single piece of wood is what's impressive.
It was only after I grew up that I realized the Wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us. Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim. We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more.
Yeesh.
Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied.
What?
The Academia believes we're underserving. Geniuses like Sataria are one in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate, even though the Academia knows very well that we're humans, just as they are.
That's terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
I understand how she feels, but I hope she doesn't do anything drastic here.
Hey, Dia. You're not thinking about doing anything scary, are you?
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all. Besides, we're here to procure information, aren't we?
Yep, we gotta catch those.
Shh! Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here for. Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know.
Okay. Wait, what? Oh, that's what that is. Hold on. Almost forgot I picked this up.
Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean you don't see anyone you know?
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Zaki. Finally, a friendly face.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land?
Another dimension, but yeah. Hello, nice to meet you.
Hello, hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
Huh?
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say we go back a ways. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall. So, Dia, are you looking for someone?
Yeah. Have you seen Edgar, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested. Know where I could find him?
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days. So, you came here to help him out?
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family. If there's more to be made, why not do it together? Besides, Delavar and his friends have muscle. They'd be a good fit for escorting the goods.
Yes, how considerate.
Ah, the
Delavar's
subtext.
my friend too, so of course I can take you to him. Come with me.
Probably. Where are we going?
Welcome, weary travelers.
Back out into the desert.
I really wouldn't recommend going there.
I want to see something. Yeah, this is the wall. That's about it. And there's a few pieces of it this way, I guess. But there's just open bits. Not really the best wall if you're trying to keep people out. There's just pathways all the way through it. It's just thickest in this area. Uh-huh. And ambush. Maybe.
Are we there yet?
Yep, this is the place.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Mugging us.
Why don't you take a guess? Go on, a wild stab in the dark. You're like lambs to the slaughter.
Dia, did you really not see this coming?
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru Village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the Academia to look for the missing scholars.
So, you've been watching us from the very beginning?
Wink, wink. Play along.
I knew leaving Sino behind was a mistake!
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't you?
Nope.
Who do you think you are? You really thought we'd fall for your little business deal nonsense?
So you and Delavar have been partners all along.
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have stronger bonds than you think. But you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru. There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert folk overthrowing the academia.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Edgar, you're here too, huh?
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have known the traitors are what us followers of the Scarlet King despise the most.
As mercenary.
I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand that the Scarlet King is greater than the Dendro Army.
He's dead.
Little did
He
I know,
lost.
You don't deserve to join us.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some baseless rumors. Anything else I'm missing out on?
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic. You're all like a pack of street rats.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long
She's
as
still
there's
acting.
profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Enough talking! Get him!
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Nope, have to be him. Okay. Oh, never mind. I just did it too soon. That's probably what happened last time, too. My bad. Not like my traveler's weak or anything, just, you know. Diluc is my main damage dealer.
Impossible! How could you?
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all. And of course you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action.
We still haven't
Even though
seen
you heard
action.
we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought, right?
You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
Yup.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic.
Been feeding you false information this whole time. One swift
Okay.
kick knocked him unconscious.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru Village?
Yeah, Paimon, you didn't catch on.
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away, you let them report back.
Those
So we
two
can
who were
catch 'em
snooping
all.
around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some time.
So those names you mentioned.
Oh, you mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher, scar-riddled bandit.
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Edgar, the wide-eyed butcher, and Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, are the nicknames they came up with for themselves. Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think. So Edgar and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about how the Scarlet King is a superior deity.
Despite losing!
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him down.
So who's the ducktail bearded crook?
That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari's one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the
That's
one
what
who
I
wanted
thought.
to treat Isak and his grandpa to some food.
Wait, so he's a radical too?
Nope.
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guesses based on my impressions.
Wow! What a genius idea! Well, that's an expert mercenary for you.
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual playbook, if I'm honest.
So, that thing you were saying before, is it really true?
About what?
About how mercenaries only care about Mora, and that anyone's a friend as long as there's a profit.
Does that bother you?
I don't think you're that kind of person.
What makes you so sure?
Because even without an employer, you're still helping us out.
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon.
Good, because we're working with her directly.
I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people, unless they were truly compassionate. I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in the Scarlet King, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy. It's all the academia's trickery. But I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never done anything wrong.
Dia.
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. Traveler, lend me a hand. Let's tie him up and bring him to the village.
On it. You're just gonna bring us there, please? Excellent.
This should be all of them. I'll let you take it from here.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then, please stand by.
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been guarding Aru village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler.
Sounds good.
As for these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another day.
Okay. Wait till the next morning. 6 and 12. What's up, Dia?
Candace is an expert at dealing with people like this. All we have to do is wait for her word.
Alright, and this is, Oh, wait, what? Eavesdrop?
You heard the question. Now answer me.
Okay, good enough. Right, well, she did say, hey, go explore the area. So we might do that. I think I'll not you. You. I'll at the very least see what this is about. Huh, right below us. Bonafides. Excuse me, are you Bonafides? We're with the Adventurers Guild. Oh, hello there! But looking at your... No, that's too haughty of a voice for this guy. Hello there! But look at your attire. You aren't locals, are you? I was under the impression the Adventurers Guild will send local adventurers who might be better appraised of the situation. Well, that said, I'm not from around here either. Making a living here is tough for outsiders. My associate and I are both Mondstadters. We originally came here to trade in supplies at the request of a researcher from the academia. You came all the way from Mondstadt to the desert to do business? Of course. Since you came from somewhere as remote as this desert, you two must have been around the block too, I suppose? Of course. And we know your hometown pretty well too. Well now, speaking of which, then you must also know what sets us Mondstadters apart from others. Freedom, or you drink like... Yeah, freedom. That's right. What we Mondstadters value most of all is freedom. Right. What I meant to say is that what we Mondstadters value most is freedom. How's that saying go again? Go with the wind? Come on, it's actually let the wind lead. Yeah, right. That's the one. When the north wind blows, some dandelion seeds are blown across the sea to Inazuma, while others get swept away to Liyue. As for me, I guess I was favored by the Anemo Archon. I didn't stop at Liyue and got blown all the way to Sumeru. The climate and the way of life here may be a far cry from that of Mondstadt, but I'm here and I intend to make the best of things. That's how it is. Still, could you tell us more about the commission you posted at the Adventurers Guild? Oh, well, I accepted that Academia Researcher's commission, didn't I? Tirzad, and that's the researcher's name, he took 2 mercenaries with him to look for some ruins, probably for some archaeological research. I don't really know much about academia stuff. In addition to providing them with some supplies, my associate and I rented a few sumpter beasts out to them. Noctigal, my associate, was worried that they'd struggle to steer the sumpter beasts, so he decided to go with them. We originally arranged to use the Dustbird to send messages every once in a while, so that I could be informed of their progress, or raise supplies to send to them if the situation required. We did exchange messages this way at first, but I haven't heard a peep from them for the last 2 days. I'm on hopes there wasn't any sort of accident. That's what I've been worrying about, and that's why I decided to post a commission with the Adventurers Guild. And well, here you are. But the desert is very dangerous. You two seem so, young. You sure you can handle a place like this desert? Are you underestimating us? You've left Mondstadt, so maybe you're out of the loop. You should know Arlok isn't any ordinary adventurer. He's an honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius. Huh? Wait. Then you must be the celebrated Arlok? Oh, you have heard after all. That's right. This is the renowned Arlok, and Paimon is the famed Paimon. Goodness gracious! Please excuse my rudeness. I never expected to meet a big hero in a place like this. And a little hero, too. In that case, I have nothing more to say. I just worry that you may have some other important missions at hand, like saving a city or something, and don't have the time for a menial commission like this one. It's not like we're always doing over-the-top stuff like that. We take ordinary commissions, too. Besides, we already accepted your commission, haven't we? Well, that's great. As for your payment, I'll definitely think of something. That research from the Academia has also been quite generous. I can picture it now. Just as they run into some trouble, Arlok, a true hero, descends from the heavens to save them. That should secure you double the payment, right? Sure, deal is a sure bet. What do you think, Arlok? If they're in danger, we have to help. Great, fantastic! There's hope for my Cyrus yet. Cyrus? Yeah. Cyrus is the name of one of the sumpter beasts I rented to them. Cyrus, but isn't that... Does the actual Cyrus know about this? Huh? Well... it's fine. Oh no, it's still him. It's fine, just don't tell him. No one will know. Anyway, the researcher and the others left the village and headed west. The paths are hard to make out. You should be able to find them following the footprints. I'll leave the rest to you two. Golden Slumber started. Okay. Definitely bigger than the other ones, so yeah, let's do that. And it'll probably notify us on the side there when we, Did I see this guy before? Oh yeah, he's a village guard. Saw something down here, hold on. Didn't mean to do the ceiling. This. Climbing a cactus! Got some red crest. Which was a, ascension material for, oh. I didn't realize I was hurt. Okay. Ah, here we go. Yeah, the ascension material for someone. I remember because I got some through one of the trials. Might be Candace? It's either... No, it's not Candace. I think it's Sino. Alright, following some tracks. And... oh! Hi there. And they drop the same meat as all other animals. Sand. Keep looking down the path, I guess. And get another teleport waypoint. And while we're passing by, I'll get this chest. Oh, I did not mean to climb that. Ooh, one hit. I do like that they actually have like a landing animation for when I get knocked back like that.
Let's dance.
I'll have to remember to check that off and get into another cutscene. Geological expedition in the desert really does... yeah, I can't read that fast out loud. Also on the path. Oh, just some foul up here.
We'll need more where that came from.
Okay. Another I'll have to remember to check off. Damn. Got that way. We'll be going there. That is on the map. That giant pyramid with inverted pyramid. What the? Giant cavern. This is certainly where we need to be, yeah? But probably... there we go. I'm gonna fall down here, huh? End here. Be a long way down. Oh, hello. You get this just for another teleport. I'll do this another time. Oh, it's one of these. That's a new artifact. Yeah, I'll do this on my own. I tend to only do the ones that are a one-time trek. People down there. Well, they seem to be alive at least. This guy looks like the first we should talk to. Hello, where... Did you guys also fall down here? The desert's no place for outsiders. If you have a way back, I suggest you take it as soon as possible. Looks like talking to us is the last thing he wants to do. Let's try someone else. I mean, he just looks like one of the Eremite enemy types. Just like an academia researcher, but why does he reek of booze? I didn't think you could mess with me and cheat me. Ryle, you useless dolt. How long have we been going? You know, only to get stuck. Work for this busted stone slate. Oh, Paimon thinks he's drunk. There's no way we can talk with him now. Let's go ask someone else. And the guy's for the Mondstadter's friend. Could that be Noctigal, the associate that Boniface was telling us about? Oh, he doesn't seem well. Paimon thinks he's resting. Let's not disturb him. Really? Seems to be the ones we're looking for, but... Ask who? Who are we asking? That person? This... Oh, yep, another eremite. Whoa, what have we here? Oh, I knew this was going to lead to something big. Hello? Oh, are you the newly fallen? What do you mean, newly fallen? Oh, do you have a way out? Huh? We accepted Bonifaz's commission to come look for Tirzad's archaeological team. Bonifaz? A merchant from Mondstadt? I know him. So you went to find the archaeological team? Let me think. Oh, isn't that us? I'm Jet. Tirzad sort of hired me. He said that he hadn't gotten any word from you guys in a while. He was worried that something might have happened to you, so he asked us to come and check things out. I'm worried about Noctigal. Paimon wonders if he was the one who was taking a break. Are all Mondstadt so anxious? What do you mean, a while? It's only been a day. If it weren't for that bad fall and the heat stroke that Noctigal had, we'd have been trying to find a way out. So this pit is... That's right. A desert is an incredible place. One minute you're looking at solid ground, the next you step directly into a trap. As you can see, we're trapped down here. Did you guys also just get here, or do you have another way out? We've searched all over the place. Doesn't seem to be any way back to the surface. We have a wind glider. A wind glider? I heard Noctigal talk about them before. They sound pretty great. To be honest, I'd love to give flying a try. Wait a minute, now that I think about it, your little friend here doesn't seem to even need a wind glider to fly. Can you teach me, little friend? How can I be as footloose and free as you? I mean, as floaty? Paimon is nobody's little friend! Even Bonifaz knows that Paimon is famous. And Arlok here is just as famous as Paimon is. Or more so. All right, my renowned little friend Paimon. Can you teach me? What do I have to do to float freely through the air like you? Paimon doesn't really have an answer for you there. Arlok? Everyone has their own special talents. There's no need to force it. That's right. Don't get bogged down with whether you can fly or not, Jet. You should work towards something else, like a race with a Rishville tiger or something. I see. So you must have hired Paimon to teach you how to fly, didn't you, Arlok? But since you're still using a wing glider, I suppose you haven't trained enough, huh? Once you train enough, I'm sure you'll finally be able to fly freely without needing a wing glider. You seem like a really good teacher, Paimon. Can I hire you to teach me too? Hey, Arlok, how much more will I need to hire Paimon? Wow, you got a wild imagination, huh? We don't have that sort of relationship. Huh? But isn't it just like how Tirzad hired my father and me? And Noctigal too? Surely I can also hire you as long as I have the more to spend? Paimon's my companion. That's right! Paimon won't leave Arlok's side! Oh, that's a shame then. By the way, have you seen Tirzad and my father? We have, but... And explain the situation. I see. As I said before, Noctigal must have had a tough time, or with the bad fall he took, plus the heat stroke. As for my father, well, he's got a nasty temper. Don't take it personally. And as for Tirzad, he's basically been throwing a tantrum since things stopped going smoothly. That said, grouchy kids don't usually get that drunk. You're not wrong, Paimon. Sometimes father will have a few glasses as well, but I've never seen him get drunk before. How about this? We can go back together and I'll explain everything to my father. You guys don't want to stay here too long, do you? Okay. Also, the fuck is this? What is this? Enigmatic page. Oh, it's one of these collect 10 pages for a thing. For 1,000 nights? That's great. Oh, one of you guys. Oop, that is the wrong button. So, Funny thing about the enigmatic pages, they first tried that. Where's my punchy dude? Here we go.
Got a problem you can't solve.
They... Really? Just that? Boring. They tried that back in Inazuma. And I encountered a glitch.
What will we come?
I got all the pages. However... would you look at here? Only 9 of Tokiali Tales number 2. And I somehow got 11 of Tokiali Tales number 5. Because after was 10, I was able to craft the actual book. But I only found 9 of these, and 1 more of these. So... the fuck happened? I can't get number 2 anymore, and I already have number 5. And this is what we just got. 1,000 Nights. 6. How many pages did they put out here? If that's 6. And there's at least 60 pages in this desert. Damn. Is this openable or is it part of the quest? It's part of the quest. Oh. It's part of the quest. I'm like, that's a button. Jabriel. He has a name now. Father, I'm back. Oh, is Noctigal doing any better? Right. Paimon and Arlok told me what happened. How can you just ignore people? No, that's still her. Okay. Right, Paimon and Arlok told me about all that happened. How can you just ignore people, Father? Really, when is that temperament of yours ever going to change? Interesting that they have blue hair. That means we've completed Bonifaz's commission, right? After all, he only asked us to confirm the safety of the archaeological team as well as the Sumter piece. Bonifaz? What happened? Bonifaz and Noctigal are colluding to blackmail me. That despicable monster came all the way to Sumer to extort me, I swear. Is he still drunk? Mr. Tirzad, the price... was the price not already agreed upon after our discussion? You even confirmed it yourself. Why are you telling a different story now? I usually have my hands full with research matters. And I've never dealt with the business people such as you before. How was I supposed to know the rules around pricing? If Jed hadn't told me that you highballed me, I'd still be foolish enough to think that I scored a great deal. Well, I'm really sorry, Noctigal. Father told me that after the fact that I shouldn't have shared it with Tirzad. Why is Paimon getting the feeling that Jet managed to offend all 3 people by saying that? That's it. I'm laying you all off. There's a limit to how much bullying I can take. That's not fair, Tirzad. Noctigal and Bonifaz are in the wrong here, but Father and I didn't do anything wrong. Besides, didn't we only get stuck in this place because you insisted on coming here? Then you started throwing tantrums after that fall and drank even though you clearly can't hold your liquor. You might have the body of an adult, but you've been acting like a little baby. You... Jet, that's enough. Tirzad looks like he might faint from rage. Now isn't the time to fight. What we should be doing is putting our heads together so we can get ourselves out of this mess. Ooh, someone talking sense. So that crook Bonifaz commissioned you to come look for me? And you're the famous adventurers, you say? Well, I'd like to hire you to get me out of this Archon-forsaken place. At this rate, forget my research. Even my very life will be cut short. Since you're famous adventurers, surely you're more reliable than they are? Is this the double payment Bonifaz mentioned? What should we do? Now's not the time for bickering. Let's focus on getting out of here first. You're right. Finding a way out together is what's most important right now. Any other complaints can be addressed once we get somewhere safe. That's right. See, Tirzad, if you could think as sensibly as Paimon, we wouldn't have gotten ourselves stuck in this situation. Jet. Just explored a little bit up ahead and found what looks to be ruins. Maybe there's an exit leading to the surface in there. Desert ruins don't constitute a safe place. I'm not going anywhere with such unreliable people. But you're a researcher, aren't you? Shouldn't you be thrilled to have ruins to investigate? I'm an indoorsology researcher. I should be working indoors and poring over documents, unlike some adventurers who go stark raving bananas when they see a pile of old ruins. Oh, you. Don't waste your breath on him, Jet. Just let him stay here if he wants to. But Father... He's our employer, so he has the right to decide what he does and doesn't want to do. We just have to do our jobs. How do you guys see with those masks? Yeah, there he goes. He'll come back after Father and I find a safe path. If he doesn't want to come with us, then he can just wait here. Don't know why I decided to make the Eremites British. Doesn't make much sense. And now there goes Jet. What should we do? We can't just wait here. You're right. Let's go find a way out of here. Are you gonna ditch me? The payment for the commission is negotiable, so don't leave me here with this crook from Mondstadt. I've kept quiet up until now, but Boniface and I are not crooks. What ordinary businessman would offer such comprehensive after-sales care? Think about it, Mr. Tearzad. We could have simply received our payment and left it at that. But instead, we let ourselves end up in the same boat as you. I guess that makes sense. I'm not staying here either way. I'd be more comfortable in the company of experienced adventurers. But you're still rip-roaring drunk. Why don't you stay here and sleep it off first? I'm not drunk. I'm fine. I'm coming with you guys. Don't leave me behind. And we should get going. We should be able to catch up with Jet and the others. Oh, hey there, Chris. There's a cute. Who's the cute? Because if you're talking about Paimon, just wait till you hear her speak. I'll wait here for now. I doubt the road ahead will be suitable for the Sumpter beasts. Good luck. And the others gone in this direction? Yeah, I know where they went. Yeah, so those are Sumpter beasts, and... Oh, hello! Don't want to miss that. It is right in front of me. Bonk. Get my stamina back and glide on down. There's one hell of a sinkhole, like, jeez. I have to switch to an Envoy person to get that thing. Don't really care enough. I guess there were some other people in the caravan too, not just the ones we talked to. Also, Chris, I saw that you messaged me. I just haven't actually looked at the message yet. So much for distracting me. We're here! Tearzad decided to come exploring with us. What now? You mean that researcher actually changed his mind? He knows the pros and cons, so naturally he came along. Alright, well, you'll get the chance to show off your skills soon enough. How should we enter the interior of the ruins? This is the researcher's specialty, right? It should be a piece of cake for you, right, Tearzad? I feel like my English accent has just switched all over the place with her. Of course. I might be an indoor zoology researcher, but something as basic as this can't be too different from what's written in the books. Watch this. Big old button. This is... There, that should do it. Yo. In we go. Whoa, door really opened. Well, that's Mr. Tearzad for you. That's what sets us professionals apart from the amateurs. My mom wonders what it's like inside. Let's go in and take a look. Oh, there is a skip. Not called skip travel on this one. It is teleport waypoint. Hold on. Not you. Not you! There we go! I just want to track this for a second. Okay, so it's not the right time yet. Not even gonna bother with the quick menu. Bring me here. Yo! Like an ancient tomb or something. A place like this under the sand. Space is big inside either. It's really well preserved. I can't read out loud as fast as they go while they're talking in real time, so you guys just have to read. Continue exploring. It's hard. Oh, the village keepers are back. Okay, we'll continue this quest after we go back to the main quest, which is voiced, so I don't have to keep doing silly voices for people. And we just found a teleport waypoint right here, so yeah, that'll make it a lot easier to come back. Oh.
Hey, Dia!
Right on time.
Did we learn anything from the criminals?
We'll know any moment now.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well. Have you been friends for a long time?
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against others.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
Really? Thanks for that.
Sino.
Oh, Sino's here, and he's pretty early too.
Yes, I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh! You mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Candace, where? Whoa, you look furious.
Do I? What gave it away?
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yes, ma'am.
Please, don't beat us anymore. We're gonna die.
You don't look that beat up.
Looks like Sino taught her well.
She mastered it really quickly, too. Now she's just as terrifying as he is.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here, to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal. Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Mercy! Please have mercy!
You've made your bed.
Now sleep in
We
it.
may both be desert dwellers, but there is one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of the Scarlet King will only result in war. and war serves no one. The people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way of life. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have. And that is not a responsibility that you can afford to shoulder.
We understand. We're sorry. I'll tell you everything I know. Please, just let us go.
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. That's how we ended up hearing about the Scarlet King's resurrection. Some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in the Scarlet King's resurrection. They give their lives, and we can get anything we wish for.
They're called village keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread word about the Scarlet King's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process.
Where are the village keepers now?
I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
2.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there. You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
Yup, it was that. That's what he said.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
Leave it to the good cop now. Do you have any idea who that mysterious person might be?
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way.
Good.
That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself the Scarlet King's Envoy.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Really?
Uncle Anpu? What do you mean?
Oh dear.
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
Let me just knock them out first.
Correct. This mystery man they speak of could be from the academia.
Well, we did know that the rumors were being spread by the academia,
Some time
so...
ago, people from the academia attempted to take the village keepers away. I refused, insisting that they are part of our community. It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
Which means it's highly likely that the academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back? We aren't gonna let that happen.
Not the academia again.
In Sumeru City, Sataria also mentioned King Deshret's resurrection is just the academia's misinformation campaign.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village keepers?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars. Regardless, our top priority now is locating the village keepers.
You're right. Isak is still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Yes. Pack up and get ready to leave.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radicals. Leave everything outside the village to us.
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready.
Okay. Quest completed. Next quest, cry from the Elazar Hospital. Huh.
What scheme is the academia brewing now?
I just hope everyone's all right.
Except for these three. Don't care about them.
You look worried. Thinking about the village keepers?
Yes. I'd look for them myself if I could. As members of our village, each one of them is very important to me.
You have a strong sense of belonging here. I guess I'm the opposite. Mercs are stray dogs, wherever they go.
Dia, don't say that. You can be a part of this community too.
Thanks. I'll let you know when I feel like joining.
There you are.
Get some food in us and then we'll... Woo! Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages! And now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway? Hey, what's with the silence?
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname!
Go ahead, I won't stop you.
Never mind. Paimon's got nothing.
Really?
There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so hard.
Not gonna go with the headphones?
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate. Anyway, you plan to leave Aru village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here, so we thought that we might as well take the search elsewhere. Enough with the silent treatment!
Maybe he's giving us time to think.
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
Alhaitham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru village. Bold of you to question our choices.
That's true.
Yeah, you're all talk!
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
Really? Paimon doesn't believe you.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts.
I want to know, though.
Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
It means she might be a criminal or
How
something.
do you think the residents of Aru village feel about what we're doing?
Hard to tell. We're trying to find the residents that are missing. They might actually like what we're doing, though maybe not like us torturing people. That bit was a bit unexpected, I'll give them that.
In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
It depends on the villager.
You mean some of them lied to us?
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons. Remember what Gandis said? Most people in Aru village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether the Scarlet King or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further information to be found in this village.
So you're saying we can find new info from someone we've already spoken to?
Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived. The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any external factors introduce unpredictability into the equation.
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes.
Her, right.
You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
You were asking about the Mad Scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are Scarlet King fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the radicals' next target.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Then why would she lie?
Good observations.
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
I'll pass on this one.
Really?
You said that she is afraid of me.
Oh.
If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
We're on it!
Huh. It's logical. It's interesting. There are so many characters that the way they've written them so far, it starts off like, oh, they could be a bit one note, they could be, like, oh, just angry all the time or something like that. But then they do something like that, like, oh no, they're actually paying attention. They seem to know what's going on. And they're a lot smarter than just one note.
Miss Shawn,
usually.
As we discussed earlier, I've brought someone with me.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that your friends think the same as you?
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on. Earn her trust.
Is it really that simple?
Let's see.
May I call you Traveler?
Sure thing. Hi, Miss Shani.
Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something.
Go
Do you
ahead.
think the resurrection of the Scarlet King can truly change Sumeru for the better?
No,
Why's that?
because it'll only result in conflict.
That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
I can't promise anything, but I'll do the best I can.
Yeah! We came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation. But even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in. We have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in the Scarlet King. I don't belong to either side, and neither side would want me.
Speaking of which, the radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life in peace. And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone. Until now.
You can tell them. I'm sure he'll keep your secret.
All right. I'll tell you what I told Al-Haytham. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
There are ghosts?
Oh, come on, Paimon.
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance, and always carries very raw emotion. It used to be louder and more frequent, but ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often, and when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night.
Alright.
Because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
Also, the game has proven that ghosts are real in this game. So, not really something you should be scared of when it's proven to exist, right? Could you make out where the sounds were coming from?
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
We need to check out that hospital.
Yeah, let's go!
That's it. Okay. Elazar Hospital. Wait, but... Oh, that way. Oh, right, that's what that symbol was. That's the, We went that way for the other thing. But over here, there's a Sealy. Sorry. And a viewpoint. Lifeless Dar al-Shifa. Well then. And some enemies over there.
Sounds good to me.
Damn it. Whoa! He got stuck, so we ended up jumping over him. It's great. Alright. Yeah, there's just eremites all over here.
Ooh, is this the place? It's in terrible shape, and there's sand everywhere.
Empty and forgotten. An ideal place to hide people.
I'll be back.
Monsters, watch out!
Oh! 4 of them out in one swing. Oh no. That's not good. Come on up. Yoink. Whew. Even though most elements in this game have an opposite, the opposite of Geo element is Claymore. Alright. Whoop! There we go. Oh, and it's daytime now. What were you expecting?
Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky? Or, something like that.
Come on. Yep, and that unlocked.
Serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is the one.
Do you? Yeah, you do have a dendro vision. Maybe you will be playable at one point. You and Dia. Like, I know Nilo's going to be playable. They've mentioned her.
Take a look.
But Alhaitham and Dia, I want them to be playable too. Oh, you carefully search the... Okay. You're going to have a searching cutscene then.
Hey, Alhaitham, we haven't found Squad. Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then, I'm taking a break.
Okay.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read?
I think that's his notebook.
Let's see.
Yeah. Yeah, Paimon, I think that's just his notebook.
Okay, sure.
Huh?
The natural position. Which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion in contrast with an object in forced motion.
It's a physics textbook.
When free from external influences, every entity displays the tendency to follow its natural
Traveler's just like that, like, God damn it, Paimon.
So, you got that?
Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya. How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this.
You know, it wouldn't kill you to read a book once in a while either. Maybe it's time to spread your wings and become learned.
Hey, Paimon's your Tibet travel guide. Paimon knows plenty of useful stuff already. And anyway, is that Paimon's fault that the books people read in Chimera are so complicated?
Okay, Paimon's the best. And nighttime. It was nighttime when we got here. Switch to daytime in a cutscene so that they can tell us to wait to nighttime.
Paimon's getting so sleepy.
Huh?
Huh? What was that sound?
There it is.
Oh, jeez.
It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
Except a trap door. Very not well hidden.
It's from below.
But there's no way we can get down there.
Except by breaking the wood. Or lifting it up.
About the interior here.
I'm sorry, was that not obvious to anyone else? Oh, alright.
As I thought, there's a hidden structure.
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one. Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms around here. Let's keep exploring.
Yay, I actually get to explore now. Oh, and it put us back up at the entrance. Interesting. Investigate the elemental monuments around the hospital. Okay, so yeah, there was this one here to start off with, and there might be more. Like that. Okay, just in a hole in the ground. Oh, I guess we could blow the sand away? Alright. Let me grab someone with wind. And I'll put you here. Because I'm gonna use... Where'd you go? You.
My experiment.
Nope, wrong way. Poof. Oh, there's a quick way up. Just find the right angle. Yoink. Wait, what is that thing? Huh. Wait, that was... Oh, there were 3 more than that. Like this. Wait, reinforcements. Shit. Haha, you hit a wall. Alright, I'm not seeing any... Something sparkly over there. I want to see if there's any more use for, Animo. Oh no, it's just from the guy we took out. I'm not seeing any more sand dunes. Oh.
Just following orders.
That's how you start your fight? Come on, dude. Okay.
I'll take care of it.
What was that?
Propagate!
Alright. To the lower level. Literally the only way to go in here. Oh shit, we need a key for that. Fascinating. And yep, the walls are gone. Patient Abbas, male, 23 years old. Mole on left side of forehead and left-handed. While this condition remains very serious, survival will be difficult without professional medical care. The patient's survivability, once found, immediately inform. Don't give up, stay positive, all beings are under watchful eye of the divine, so don't ever give up. The rest of the document has been rendered unreadable by weathering. Yeah, from back when it was a hospital. Keep a balanced diet, rest regularly, and maintain a good mood. Monday, minty bean soup, tachin, lunch, curry shrimp, pan puri, dinner. Salad, biryani, lunch, fish with cream sauce, potato beet. Yeah, it's the fucking... Yeah, remaining sections are blank. Okay, cool. So it's a menu. Alright, got it. It's the same emergency notes. Emergency, contact the physician on duty immediately. Ibrahim, redacted, Moody. Seems to be the darkened remains of a stem inside the vase, probably used to hold flowers. The words for Avin are at the bottom of the bottle. Seems to have been a gift to someone named Avin. Oh no.
Look, there's someone over there.
Need to be careful.
Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
Like are bloodstains on the floor.
Wait. You're...
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather. Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the academia.
Ooh.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holds up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem.
Oh.
Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life.
So how did he become like this?
Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him. There are drag marks on the ground.
Oh, drag
They're
marks.
clearer by
Not
the
blood.
doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded with people?
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. In their haste, they failed to notice Razak hiding in a corner. The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
To this guy. The Aramite guy who went mad.
Oh, now that you mention it, they're acting the same way.
Correct. The academia is behind all of this. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, the academia spread a false rumor of the Scarlet King's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who were exiled to Aru village. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the academia. As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the academia. All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto the Scarlet King's followers. Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since the Scarlet King's death all those years ago. Beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply needs to make a few empty promises. Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of the Scarlet King and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in it by the rest of Sumeru will make sure of that. The notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current circumstances.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too. But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the academia that brought the scholars to Aru village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. The scholars' identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons.
I see.
An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question.
Schrodinger's person.
If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
Resource? For what exactly?
Human experimentation.
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Ooh.
Extracted? You mean canned knowledge knowledge comes from people's brains?
With
Where
the
else would it
technology
come
of
from?
Sumeru academia, it's entirely possible. Perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night when no one is watching them.
So, the human brain... Nope, nah, Paimon doesn't want to think about this.
How did you learn of this technology?
I'm the academia scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind. But something went wrong in the process. Or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
Paimon's a little confused. Can they just use anyone's brain?
No, that can't be right. Most of the mad scholars had made contact with the divine consciousness in the forest. That's what the academia is after. It's also safe to assume that this knowledge is something to do with the Fatui, the Doctor, and also the Balladeer. They're using divine knowledge capsules to turn the Balladeer into a god.
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer.
The academia needs people who have been exposed to the divine consciousness.
That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to. However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek to gain from divine knowledge? The academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge, but what is their ultimate goal? I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to no avail. It seems like my way of thinking is too different from theirs.
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the academia may as well shut its doors.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Of course. The academia's actions run contrary to their rules. Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
Your motives are more specific and personal.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want. The divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Though he rejects the notion of greater moral responsibility, he justifies his actions because they are true to his personal motivations. Someone like him might actually make for a better ally.
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the academia, but you're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
What?
You're probably right. Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out. Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a lot easier.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general.
What?
There's nothing more to it than that.
Alright, a bit full of yourself there. So what do we do with him?
He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us. We'll work out our next step after we return to Aru Village.
Okay. And ancient key for that thing upstairs. So I had a bit of a peek at the map while the cutscene was going on to, check off some of the stuff that we got on the way here. Oh, wait a second. We examined that. There's still this. There's a name inscribed on this bowl. Hakim. If there weren't crooked carvings of Arbaz, Abbas, and sugar jar on them, it would be difficult to imagine the dirty clay jar was ever used to store sugar. Name inscribed on this bowl, Avin. They're probably mentioned in some of the other documents we read on the way in. Paimon wonders what sort of treasure we'll find here. The shelves are full of thin books. You browse through them and find that they seem to be hospital documents, such as medical records or financial statements. You shut the door in disappointment.
Paimon thought there'd be some special treasure inside. Even the wooden barrels and crates we find in our adventures are better than this. At least those had cabbage or fowl inside. Eh? What's this? Looks like it fell out from over there. Let's see. It really is the treasure.
Pwah! Patient name, Abbas. Gender, male. Occupation, farmer. Basic status at admission. Scabby skin at limb extremities, multiple ulcers on the back, chest, and other bodily surfaces. Weakness of limbs and poor mobility observed. Mental faculties are coherent, though there are clear signs of fatigue, poor sleep quality, and poor appetite. Doctor in charge, a moody. Week 1 of hospitalization, new scabs at limb extremities and enlarged ulcers. Left arm seems unusable and is in pain. Mental faculties are coherent, though there are clear signs of fatigue. Poor sleep, same thing. Scabs are scale-like and have spread across the surface of the body. There is necrosis in multiple ulcers. The patient has fallen into a coma. Week 9. The necrosis of the ulcers has been effectively kept under control, and no new scabs have appeared on the surface of the body. The patient is in a comatose state. Doctor in charge is redacted from here on out. Week 15. The wound from replacement treatment has not healed, even after a long time. No new scabs have appeared on the surface of the body. There is weakness in the limbs, and the patient cannot grasp items on their own. The patient is also experiencing fever and vomiting. Mental faculties are coherent, though fatigued. Week 21. We have started to manage to keep the scabs on the body surface under control, and the new limb's function has been restored. The patient is experiencing chronic coughing and is prone to fainting. Still coherent, though, and sleeping better.
Elazar is so scary. What does the other document say?
Oh, god damn it. Oh, this might be important, though. Treatment subject to boss. Same guy, same doctor. Still redacted. After 20 weeks of treatment, Specimen 4's new skin and new left arm have recovered well. No changes in appetite or sleep. Mental state fluctuates beyond the normal range. There have been multiple attempts to leave the care area. God's voice guides me is cited as motivation, and the specimen is believed to have delusional tendencies. Additionally, the God's voice described in the confession is possibly related to the resonant quake phenomenon present in the internal topographic structure of the dunes. This should be investigated to rule out ungovernable input interference. Increase supervision. Treatment protocol. The second phase of redacted trial is beginning to see results. The next phase, redacted. Objective, Specimen 4's organs redacted. Following extensive examination, Sample 3 is the best material for the third phase of the redacted trial. Before the implementation of redacted is required. Continuous vomiting and skin redacted is a normal occurrence. Redacted must be prepared beforehand for Specimen 4 to maintain circulation of redacted. After completion of the basic redacted operation, observe the subject for 1 week. If normal physiological activity is observed in the organs, the rate of deterioration of surface scabs is reduced, and limb function is restored, the next phase of the redacted trial can commence. Physician's note. Give me a moment. Alright, that's weird. All specimens have one thing in common. Body elemental qualities were at abnormally high levels, and were positively correlated with the severity of the disease. Sorry, something's wrong with the back of my throat. After the redacted experiment, body elemental quantities were reduced, and samples self-reported a reduction in symptoms. It is reasonable to hypothesize there's a casual relationship between elemental quantities and Elazar. More controlled trials should be conducted to exclude redundant variables. Note: the enrichment process of elemental quantities in humans may be dynamically sustained. After the completion of early redacted experiments, within a short period of time, specimen 1's physical indicators trend to the norm. Something in me doesn't want me to read all of this. Out loud, at least. This is definitely weird.
I didn't understand a thing.
I didn't get it either. Yours might be bliss here, to be honest.
I only understood the part that goes, God's voice guides me. Does that mean there will be unique voices guiding us here?
It could be underground water flow or creature activity.
Yeah, who knows? There might be some underground ruins. Let's listen for any sounds and take a closer look when we hear something.
Before my time. Should I go back down and see if that activates anything? Maybe it doesn't refer to something here. Actually, it's around time to end the stream, so instead of continuing this right away, we will continue it next time. Actually, I'm still gonna go here to see... Okay, we gotta go back into the chief's house. That's good. That means I won't accidentally activate anything, while I'm doing stuff on my own, like whatever that commission is. For now, we will go here. In front of the Adventurers Guild. Alright, let's see about a raid. Ugh. Yeah, it's getting hard for me to read stuff out like that because it's getting so late, I guess. Alright. Huh. Oh yeah, I think Saw VTuber is debuting a new model today, so I think I'll send you all over there. Haven't rated her in a while. Alright, well, until next time, folks, this is the Pirate King, signing off. Have a good night.